Tantanan mo kami, ma'am! Tantanan mo kami! Online class is not equals to online learning. Hindi lahat ng bahay okay sa online class. Kaya na online class na to! Papatayin ko na! Papatayin ko na! Ayoko na! Tapos na! Tapos na!
Oh my goodness, ano nangyayari dito? Bakit nang gaganito ng mga estudyante, hindi pa nagsisimula ang online learning? Ngayon, gamitin natin ang video ito. Himay-himayin natin ang mga punto upang may matutunan tayo bilang mga guro at bilang mga mag-aaral. Yes, we're using this situation to have a mini webinar. And the link is up there. Watch the webinar, and then if you finish the whole thing, just email me something, then you'll get an e-certificate. Online class, lessons learned by both teachers and students. These are the talking points and some learning ideas. Okay, so what the videos you're gonna see are excerpts from the video from KPL online class, written by Darryl Yap, direction, cinematography, editing by Vincent, Asis. This is the link to the video. You've watched the video, better watch the whole video, and within my commentary, you'll see excerpts of the videos. Now, what can we learn from the video about the students' rant about online learning? You know, I could go on and talk about how offensive this video is, but on the other side, there is, the talk about freedom of speech. So, ganyan lang yan. Sa totoo lang, ako ay teacher, ako ay offended sa mga words na nagamit mo. But if you look at the silver lining, on the other side of the fence, you would know na may katwiran din naman ang estudyante, di ba? This could be the thoughts of the students. This could be the feelings of the students. So, I'll take a balance between those two. Now, we will use this video as an eye-opener for both the teachers. Teachers here are teachers from the Department of Education in the Philippines, and probably it is also applicable to the world, we'll see, and the students and parents on the other side. Now, let's study these points, some important points from the video, and what we both can learn as teachers and students from what this lady was saying. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Punta ka na sa tindahan!
Now, number one is time management. With household chores and academic work, there's always a balance. We saw that in the video. So for the teachers, schedules should clearly be communicated to the parents and students. So this should be an organized schedule for the day. Students have a copy, teachers have a copy, parents are aware of this. And then, teachers, please start and end on time. Kahit na online class ito, bawal mag-late, bawal mag-extend kasi bilang ang oras sa isang araw at may sinusundang schedule ang mga students. Teachers, it doesn't have to be synchronous all the time. Hindi porke sinabing online learning or online teaching na tayo, everyday kailangang naka-Zoom, naka-Google Meet. No. I-schedule nyo yan and be consistent with it. Probably every MWF lang ang ating synchronous learning. Tapos TTH ay asynchronous. And always communicate with your student your expectations. The parents should know what are the expectations once they're seated on the desk and ready to do online learning. Okay? Alam dapat yan. Sa parents orientation pa lang, alam na nila. And be the models teacher. Pag sinabi mong, ito ang dapat natin gawin, ito ang gagawin natin. Now, on the other side, students naman. For the students, what can we say? Know your schedule and stick to that schedule. Pakita kay nanay, nanay, ito po yung schedule namin. Art dapat kami ngayon, hindi laba day ngayon. Bukas pa po ako maglalaba o magplaplansya. Inform the parents the need to be focused in class. Nay, kailangan ko pong maintindihan ito. Kailangan makinig po ako. Okay? Yung paglalaba, pwede ba mamayang gabi na? O yung pagplaplansya? Tapos dapat may accommodation. Hindi lang ako lagi mag-aalaga kay bunso. Yung isang kapatid ko naman, siya naman mag-aalaga minsan. kung talagang mahirap gawin ito, okay, kailangan discreetly, you have to do some chores while listening. It's okay. Hawak mo si baby, pero once in a while, sulyap-sulyap ka naman sa camera para nakikita naman ni teacher na ikaw ay gumagawa ng trabaho. Tapos kung may sitwasyon sa bahay, talagang mahirap ang sitwasyon, inform your teacher. It is nice for them to know. Email your teacher. Send a personal message.
Paano? Sumagot ka! Sumagot ka! Sumagot ka! Ito na! Ito na!
Number 2, the need to hear the student's response during online discourse. Teacher, there is a need for constant check-in. It is vital. Tama yon. You wanna hear, Iha, tama ba yung sinabi mo? Okay. Can you, and I have a reaction from student A? Can I have a reaction from student B? Constant check-ins are very important to know that they are still focused on the subject matter. Avoid monotonous teacher talk lectures. They don't want that. If they always hear your voice, and then with them so passive, it will truly be a boring class. Okay, so teachers, you know how to mute themselves, right? You know how to control the mute. Mute them to avoid the outside noise. Do not complain if you did not have rules about muting in an online class. And then teachers, one suggestion, maybe use a pre-recorded lecture so that while the lecture is being played, you're just focusing at your students. You're looking at them. You're throwing questions. You could pause your video and say something. Ano pa? Teachers, train your students on how to mute and unmute themselves. Kung hindi mo sila na-train, kasalanan mo rin ito. For now, for the students, please always give your full attention in class. Put away the distractions. Itabi mo na yung TV, unplug mo ito. At alam ko to, may devices yung iba. Nasa online nga, pero nagte-text, nagchat-chat sa fellow classmates. Don't do that. Put them away. In uncontrolled situations, use the chat room, not the chart room, the chat room in your class. Okay? So, kung hindi mo masabi kung ano yung dapat mong sabihin, i-chat mo lang, ibigay mo na lang yung sagot mo, i-type mo. And use the hand signals. Wait, thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay? It's too fast, too slow. May mga buttons dyan sa Zoom. Gamitin mo. And, as I said, those are the Zoom features that you should know and use it for your advantage.
Hindi lahat ng bahay okay sa online class.
Number 3, naku, yan yung readiness to have learning, online learning at home. Ready na nga ba talaga ang mga estudyante? Ready na ba ang mga bahay? Teachers, kaya dapat may balance yan ng synchronous and asynchronous learning. Hindi puro online. Take a balance, make it hybrid. Provide opportunities for independent learning. This is your chance to teach your students how to learn independently on their own. Give them the skills, model it to them. And then be there to guide your students. Even though they're doing asynchronous learning, okay lang yun. Matuto silang mag-aral mag-isa as long as nagabayan mo sila at alam nilang andyan ka pag kailangan nila ng tulong. But for the students naman, ikaw, you need to communicate with the teacher or with the school if online learning or the devices are not possible in your house. Okay? Sabihin mo, talagang wala po kaming kuryente, wala po kaming device. Pwede po ba module lang ako the whole time? Yes, they will understand that and they will provide you with the materials that you need. Take advantage of the other modalities. So, since wala po kaming online, I need modular. Can I have all the modules? And they would even give you extra textbooks. And they will give you the shows, the programs that you could watch on TV and radio. Tamo, lahat ginawa na nila para hindi lang ang option mo ay ang online learning. Naisip na nila yan bago pa nila simulan.
Dami nyo kasing alam eh. Ang dami nyong alam.
Teacher, the all-knowing teacher, take time to prepare. You're good in lesson planning. Okay, use your lesson plan and be sure you give your teachers, your students, a guide on how to use that lesson plan. Continue your online webinars and courses. Bago mag-start ang classes. I know you've been attending maybe 2 to 3 months of webinars, of PD online. You've earned a lot of certificates. Pinagyayabang mo pa yan. Pinapakita mo sa Facebook. Umattend ka ng seminar. Now, this is your chance to apply what you've learned. Use all those takeaways na sinasabi mo. Apply the best practices. Ang daming best practices na nakapost sa YouTube. Pakinggan mo kung anong sinasabi ng mga teachers na gumamit na ng online learning. In Rampage Math, there are a lot of best practices videos in there. And collaborate with your peers. Hindi porke dahil bago tayo dito, tulungan tayo. You know, coordinate with your peers, with your co-teachers. Plan kayo what works for him, what doesn't work for her. Okay? Think of a plan and revise. Continuously revise your action plans. And then learn from your mistakes. Yes, this is new. Minsan papalpak tayo. Minsan may mga technical problems na hindi natin inaasahan. These will be small learning opportunities for you. And of course, solicit the help of the students. Maraming idea sa mga students na yan. Di ba? May mga hindi natin alam, sanay na sila sa technology. Maybe sometimes, listen to them. Now, for you students, appreciate naman yung preparations ng mga teachers nyo. Behind those lessons, pinagpagura nila yan, umattend sila ng sangkatutak na seminar, at talagang marami silang alam, gusto lang nila mai-apply ngayon. Hindi sila prepared to do this. Sa tingin mo, nag-aral sila ng college, ng pagtuturo online? No, ngayon lang yan. So, come on. Give them some time to learn from this situation. What else? Remember, your teachers are not perfect. Let's give them a chance to learn, to fail sometimes, but eventually they will improve. And it is important, students, that you give your feedback to them. Give your suggestions. But eto mahalaga.
Hindi nyo muna
ito,
inalam ang
kasi yung bibig
nakararami.
mo, palamura kasi. Say it in a nice way, in a respectful way, and I think your teacher will appreciate it.
Huwag tayo mag-school-schoolan!
Nako, number 5. Is this really tunay na school ba to? Play school lang? Naglalaro-laro lang ba tayo? Does it really count? Yes, teachers. Let us continue the learning continuity in school as prescribed in the learning standards, in your MELC. Kaya nga, most essential learning competencies ang tinuturo mo. Ituloy mo pa rin yan. Hindi ito watered down na skills. Tuloy mo pa rin kung anong tinuturo mo sa regular classroom. These are not just random lessons just to keep your students busy, right? Make it relevant to them. Make it beneficial to them. Yung kahit na math yan, alam nilang magagamit nila. Science, make it tangible for them. There's a human approach in your teaching para mas lalong maintindihan nila na, oo nga, hindi pala laro-laro to. It is relevant. Natututo talaga ako. Teachers, you can plan that. Now, students, you have to take all of these seriously. We are not playing. Participate in the formulation of rules and routines. In the syllabus, you can even speak up. Okay? Share your thoughts with your teachers. Tell her what is relevant or not so relevant. And then, guess what? You will still have classwork, homework, and assessments, quiz, tests. And counted lahat to. May report card pa rin. Hindi tayo naglalaro. You will be graded based on your efforts and your output.
May nalalaman pa kayong dapat naka-uniform kami sa online class? Dinadamay nyo pa kami sa trip nyo?
Number 6, bakit nga ba mag-uniform? Okay? Effectiveness of the class uniforms in online class. Now, teachers on your part emphasize the need to have the semblance of normalcy in class. Pati si teacher mag-uniform yan. Okay? Model the use of the dress code. Si teacher mismo, magbibihis ng maayos, mag-aayos ng muka, ng makeup or whatever, kung kailangan man, gagawin ni teacher yan. She will model it. And then include this topic in your parent orientation day. Para alam rin ng mga magulang na kailangan handa sila at may uniformeng ready na isusuot. Now, for the student side, now, alam nyo, it is important that you look presentable to others. Pumapasok ka lang ba ng kung ano-ano lang suot mo? No. Parang regular class din ito. And don't worry, it's just the top that you need to wear. Actually, mas makakatipid ka pa nga eh. Kahit tipirin mo na lang yung t-shirt o yung top na gamit mo, okay? You can reuse it the next day. Basta wag lang pagpawisan or what, patuyuin mo lang. And, ano pa, this is a taste of the future workplace situation. Pag nagtrabaho ka na, eventually may mga uniforms din mga yan. Aangal ka ba? Hindi ka aangal. Susunod ka sa policy ng office mo. Same here. Masanay ka to follow rules and regulations of the institution.
Nakakatuyo ng utak! Nakakaumay! Nakakaboring!
Number 7, boring daw ang klase ni teacher. Come on, teacher. Take note of the attention span of your students. Depende sa grade yan eh, di ba? Matagal na ang 30 minutes, 40 minutes na puro ikaw dakdak ng dakdak. Be mindful of their psychological and their physical needs. You've been through them. Pag sobrang tagal, fidgety na yan. They need rest. They need, breaks. Take that into consideration. Give them breaks. And then, vary your online lesson strategies. Ang dami mo ng webinar, ang dami ng tinuro sa yung mga apps, mga websites, online apps na pwede mong gamitin. Come on, use them. They don't want to hear you for tuloy-tuloy na 30 minutes. And integrate games, yung mga online games, palaro. Gamitin nyo. You don't need to lead it. The students can lead it. Mag-jokes ka naman, patawa ka minsan. Para naman mag-enjoy sila sa pagtuturo mo. Now, for you students, use the reaction symbols. If it's too fast, too slow, thumbs up, thumbs down, para may feedback si teacher. Alam niya kung wala nang nakikinig sa kanya o inaantok na lahat. Come on, you have to give your teacher something. But you have to suggest that to your teacher in a nice way. Kung may maalam kang activities or apps na mapapabuhay ng klase, feel free to share that to your teacher. Your teacher is also learning during these times. Okay, discuss suggestions. When you're doing group work, pag-usapan nyo, anong isasuggest natin kay teacher? Kung meron kayong group presentation, come on, model it to teacher. And then when teacher sees how effective your group presentation is, maybe sabihin niya, oh, I should try that too, di ba? Now, in a nice way, be sure always in a nice way, tell your teachers how you feel, kung bored na bored ka na talaga. Walang mura, walang masuplado o supladong paraan, again, in a very respectful way. Ask your student council classmates or members, officers to mediate kung talagang you want to communicate something with your teacher but you're scared or ashamed to say it. Okay? Now, you could play your shaggy, poo-poo, po-po, whatever that is. Tell your teacher how to play the game, and then mag-enjoy kayo sa online.
Ang Netflix, 150 pesos. Ang HBO Go, 150 pesos. Sa school natin, 50,000 pesos. Wala naman kami dyan.
Number 8, expensive. Oo, mahal ang pag-aaral. And worthless ba ang mga tuition fees while we're doing online? Teachers, come on. Show to the class that what they're doing is worth it. Na sulit ang ginagawa nila. Na what they're learning is relevant and enjoyable as well. Nasa sa inyo yan. Always relate the subject to real-life situation. Para ma-feel nila, wow, sulit ang bayad namin sa tuition or sulit ang pag-aaral ko, na-a-apply ko na kaagad kung ano ang tinuturo ni teacher. Give them all the resources that they need. Kung kailangan nila ng more apps to use, more practices, more worksheets, ibigay nyo sa kanila. Okay? Para alam nilang sulit ang gastos. Now, ikaw naman student, kung hirap ka na talaga sa tuition, come on, you have another option. Go to the public schools. Kilala na ang public schools at gumaganda ang quality ng learning nila. Maraming mga estudyante na lumipat na from private to public schools. And anong maganda? Libre ito. See? Due to the pandemic situations, think twice. Maybe I need to transfer to the public school. Kung talagang hirap na kayo sa pera, you have another option. Remember, teachers also need to earn a living. So, kailangan kung nasa private school ka, intindihin mo, sinesweldohan pa rin ang mga teachers na yan. Huwag kang umangal sa mga gastos. Okay, you went to a private school because you want the prestige that goes with the school's name. Well, you have to pay for it, you know. The school is still there. They still need to pay rent. Still need to pay employees and everything. Okay? And they need to be paid well. Dahil pinaghahandaan rin nila to. Akala nyo online bigla-bigla na lang. No, they take their time to prepare all these lessons for you.
Para nakapaghanda talaga, ma'am? Naka-shared document na ang PowerPoint mo na Zoom. Pagbasa mula sa PowerPoint ni ma'am. Di ka naman nagtuturo. Pindot ka lang ng pindot.
Number 9, teacher just reads from the PowerPoint. Okay, eye-opener sa teacher yan. Take advantage of the screen share, diba? You can share whatever you want. Don't just limit yourself to PowerPoints. Use actual documents. So, halukayin nyo sa Google yung actual documents ng kartilya, ng Constitution, okay? Photos, videos, ang daming pwede share. Don't limit yourselves to PowerPoints. And then, if ever you use PowerPoint, streamline your PowerPoints. Just give keywords and phrases. Don't put paragraphs na napakahaba na binabasa nyo lang sabay-sabay. Hindi po ganyan ginawa ang PowerPoint for that purpose. And allow your students to participate while you're doing the PowerPoint. Let them read it for you. Ikaw naman, o Linda, o ikaw naman, Tony, ikaw naman, Jezebel, say something, okay? Pasalitian mo sila, hindi ikaw lagi. And then integrate the art of questioning during discussion with your screen share. Okay? Dapat yung style ng pagtatanong natin, okay? From lower order questioning skills to the higher order. Be sure you throw the why, the how questions, not just the what and when. Okay? Right. Now, ikaw naman, student, appreciate mo naman ang mga ginagawa ni teacher. Yung PowerPoint na yan, pasalamat ka na, sinamarize niya na lahat eh. Imbes na basahin mo sang katutak, ginagawa niya lang isang page. Okay? So, tapos, pag nagtuturo siya, humingi ka rin ng digital copy. Ma'am, pwede mo ba paki-email yan sa akin? Kung nahirapan ka na overload ka, pwede mong balikan. Diba? Ano pa? Take notes. Lalo na pag si teacher nagsasalita sa PowerPoint, paulit-ulit niya sinasabi yung word na yun. Naku, napakahalaga nun. Take note, isulat mo yan sa notes mo. Tapos, how about making your own PowerPoint as well? Kung nagre-report kayo, pakita mo kay ma'am kung paanong style ng PowerPoint ang gusto mo. Paanong style ng reporting ang gusto mo. Okay? Gamitan mo ng mga dula-dulaan, i-video nyo, i-tiktok style nyo. Be creative. So, teacher also learns from you.
Group work para naka-groupings? Kami-kami na lang rin? Magsosolo kami? So, hindi na online class. Solo-online class. Parang mas effective pa ang self-study eh.
Number 10, ineffective group work during online class. Wow, may groupings pa ba sa online? Yes. Nagbe-breakout groups yung mga teachers. So teachers valued of students learning among themselves. So alam natin, napakahalaga yan. Hindi lang, learning doesn't come from me all the time. They can learn among themselves. Yes, continue to give them opportunities and use to break out groups, whether it's planned or unplanned groups, okay? So make them talk among themselves. But be sure before you do that, they know who assign roles such as facilitator, recorder, reporter, alam nila, i-delegate mo yung mga task na yan. Ano pa? Circulate during your group time. Since naka-group na yan online, bibisitahin mo kada grupo dun sa Zoom breakout rooms mo. And, talk to them, give feedback, and listen to them. And of course, at the end, celebrate whatever they've done, whatever they produce as a group. Present it to the class. Now, for you students, enjoy your group work. Parang break na nga ito eh, di ba? Dahil puro si ma'am nagsasalita, umaangal kayo. Ngayon, kayo-kayo naman. You could speak freely, you know, once in a while, wala si teacher doon. Pwede kayo mag-Tagalog, mag-Bisaya, English, okay? Talk about the topic assigned to you. That's your freedom to speak now with your classmates. Mas makikilala mo na ngayon yung mga classmates mo. Clarify the objectives and the responsibilities. Bago mag-group, ma'am, clarify ko lang po, ano po yung gagawin namin, ganyan. Alam mo na, para pagdating mo doon, handa ka at meron kayong output. And of course, you know, kailan ka magtatanong kay teacher? Only after 1, 2, 3. 1, okay, research on your own. Number 2, ask somebody from your group. Number 3, ask somebody from another group. And number 4, pag hindi nasagot ng 1, 2, 3, finally, ask your teacher. See? Makikita mo na natulungan mo ang sarili mo bago ka humingi ng tulong kay teacher. And you know what? That's the taste of real-life situation. Pagdating mo sa trabaho mo, i-assign ka sa grupo na probably ayaw mo, pero your group should produce an output. Ito na. Practice of real life. Aangal ka pa?
Para kang nakikipag-usap sa maraming ID. Ang liliit nating lahat. Nag-recite nga kami, hindi mo na alam kung sinong nagsalita, mami.
11. Anonymity and impersonal approach in the online class. Umaangal ka na parang hindi mo na kami kilala. So teachers, start with connections with students. Mga musta ka muna, kamusta na kayo? Okay, okay ba sa bahay? May sakit ba dyan? Ano ang kailangan nyo? Okay? Wag puro serious lessons ka agad. Call them by name. Swerte nga natin, nandun na yung name nila sa Zoom, di ba? Tapos ano pa? Muting of students depending on their maturity level. Force mute them or enable them to unmute themselves. Para walang angal, di ba? At klaro sa kanila ang rules na ganyan. Ano pa? Give some time for the students to have free time to talk. Okay? Okay, class, I will unmute everybody. Feel free to talk with among yourselves. Random groups, di ba? Yan, malalaman nila na nakikinig ka sa kanila and that you are aware of what their feelings are and what their thoughts are. And siguro, para malaman mo sinong nagsasalita, isama mo sa rules mo. Before you say something, identify who you are. I am John. Mom, what is the meaning of, what is the value of X when Y is W? See? Mention the name first before you ask your questions. If that's part of your classroom routine, you know, hindi ka malilito. Alam mo kung sino nagsasalita. And for you students, you can rename yourselves in the chat room, in the Zoom, according to the way you want to be called. Okay? Ano pa? Identify yourself when you speak. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Ma'am, ako po si Esmeralda. Saan po matatagpuan ang lesson tungkol sa photosynthesis? See? Identify yourself. Kasi malilito si ma'am. Ang daming nagsasalita. Sino ba nagtanong nun? Okay? Ano pa? Learn how to use mute and unmute with the signal of your teacher.
Quiz man yan, exam o recitation. Mas madaling mandaya dito kaysa sa classroom.
Number 12. Is it easy to cheat in an online classroom? Yes, it is easy. Ngayon, for the teacher, be creative with your online homework or test. You know, pag-aralan nyo na sikat yung Kahoot, yung quizzes, yung Quizlet. Okay? It randomizes the questions in your multiple choice. So, magandang tool yan. Para yung number 1 kay Tutoy ay number 7 pala kay Inday, mahirap sila magkopyahan kung sabay-sabay. Ano pa? You could use a focus camera method or habang nagtetest sila, kailangan naka-zoom pa rin at nakikita mo, itututok lang nila ang kanilang work at nakikita mo pa rin. Okay? Or you can require an adult person to be behind them while they're taking the test. Okay? So, i-print nila at so-solve nila, pipicturein nila, padadala nila. Okay? So, ano pa? Use creative ways to assess the students, allow them to explain their work, to justify, para mabawasan yung kopyahan ng ABC. No. Let them say something and you would know if it really came from them. Ano pa? For you students naman, this is your chance to uphold the values na napag-aralan mo. Para saan pa yung values education? Ito na ang test. Kaya ko bang gawin ito na may dignidad at hindi ako nangongopya? If you cheat, you know, you cheat at your own loss. Kawalan mo ito. Ano pa? And kung lagi ka nag-cheat, that's an eye-opener. Bakit ba ako nag-cheat? Ano ba yung kakulangan ko? Ano ba yung kakulangan ni teacher? Baka there's an underlying reason why. Can I be blamed? You, the student? Can the teacher be blamed dahil sa pangongopya mo? Kasi hindi ka nakikinig eh. Hindi ka nagsusulat pag nagle-lecture si ma'am. O ngayong nagte-test na, wala kang maalala, di ba? Sino ba ang mable-blame? Or maybe do I have a learning disability? O kailangan, I need to seek professional help.
Hindi porket online class at madali mo kaming mahagilap online, 24/7 na din ang announcements mo. Oras, dahil hindi natutulog ang nag-aaral. Tantanan mo kami, ma'am. Tantanan mo kami.
Number 13, the intrusive teacher-student online communication. Okay, si ma'am naman, say sir, use online platforms such as Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams. Kaya nga may ganyan di ba? Parang mini classroom online na yan. Andun na yung announcements, andun na yung mga reminders, andun na yung homework. Huwag mo nang dagdagan ng isa pang email, isa pang 3 email doon, isang text, isang chat. Sumusobra na, nababombard na yung mga estudyante mo. Streamline your announcement in one source. Dun lang. Okay? Tapos, kunyari, sa isang learning community nyo sa school, lahat ng 7th grade, may isang common email lang. Dun lang lahat. At naka-spell out na lahat. Your work for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Pag-usapan nyo yan. Dahil nababombard na ang mga estudyante ng too much e-communication. And don't give random reminders anytime you want. And have a chat room where students can answer the questions themselves. Figure out a chat room. I'm using Google Hangout at anybody can type their questions there. Minsan di ko na sinasagot. Ang classmate na nila ang sumasagot. Now, ikaw for students, kung nahirapan ka na nagugulantang ka na sa mga email at mga announcements, ganyan din si teacher. Nahihirapan na rin siya. Ang dami niya ring natatanggap. Okay? So, kung gusto mo tanggalin mo yung notifications na minsan lumalabas sa cellphone mo, lumalabas yung email mo, nare-receive mo sa device mo, you can remove those notifications. Okay? Kung talagang nahihirapan ka na. Read emails at a consistent time. Kung 8 o'clock ka lang nagbabasa ng umaga, 8 o'clock, doon ka lang magbasa. Okay? Pero ikaw, may time ka naman mag-social media. Okay, utilize class chat room. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Kung may class chat room kayo, type mo lang doon. Probably your classmate can answer your question. And then always take notes. Use your school planner or your school diary. Gamitin mo. Para saan pa yan? Para andun lahat ng mga paalala sa'yo at hindi ka nakukulitin ni ma'am o ni sir. Be mindful also of your time of communication with the teachers. It goes the other way around as well. Ikaw rin, don't just chat or don't just send a message to your teacher anytime you want. Pareho rin kayong busy, pareho rin kayong naguguluhan na sa lahat ng messages. So be respectful of the teachers or the students' private time.
Learning, panahon ngayon ng pandemic. Unahin nyo naman ang kalusugan namin. Maraming depressed sa maraming bagay.
Number 14, priority of safety and psychological needs for the teachers. Okay. Importance of school and class survey to know the household situation. I'm sure ginawa na to ng school nyo. Or the teacher will make a new one for her or his class. So, that survey, tanungin na lahat, ano ang kailangan, ano yung advantages, disadvantages, ano yung needs or wants nyo to make you learn better. Okay, write down, ask all this information. And if you know this information, make some accommodations. Lalo na kung naging absent sila as a result of something. Ask the reasons why. Kung there's a pattern of absences or lateness, okay, teachers, call up the house. Ask them for the reason why and how you can help. Be flexible, teachers, with the schedules and with the deadlines. Dahil iba-iba nga ang situation nila. Malay mo, may sakit doon, o nag-aaway si nanay, walang trabaho si tatay, okay? Accommodate that. Just for you, anak, extend pa natin ng 1 week, extend pa natin ng another week. Okay? And human connection is very important. Call or email your student if you observe that something is wrong or he or she is having some difficulties. And if there's something really alarming, inform the authorities, the school counselors, the school nurse, if there are students whose needs are beyond your control. Okay? So teachers. Now, for you students, be honest in answering school, class, and surveys. Dahil yan ang data na gagamitin nila para matulungan kayo. Minsan, di nyo sinasagot O kaya, minsan, basta-basta lang sinasagot nyo. Tell your teachers what bothers you or what prevents you to learn. Sasabihin mo. You could email. Kung nahiya kang sabihin, i-email mo. Ilagay mo sa personal messages nyo sa chat room. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well, nilalagnat po ako, inuubo ako, o wala akong panlasa, sabihin nyo kaagad. Okay? Ano pa? If your needs are about food, shelter, okay, jobs, that's beyond your teacher's responsibility anymore. You have to seek help from local officials. Ano pa? If you know something about your classmates, syempre, mas alam nyo ano nangyayari sa mga kaklase nyo at alam nyo walang tumutulong sa kanila, it's okay to tell your teacher, maybe my classmate A, classmate B needs some help with this regard. So you're reaching out to your fellow classmates.
Hindi lang tayo ang nasa online. Ang nanay ko, may online selling din.
15, limited number of devices or laptops at home. So teachers, advocate for the use of other modalities if online learning is not possible. So pabayaan nyo kung talagang walang online dahil isa lang ang device nila, modules ka, sige, modules ka. It doesn't have to be online all the time. Okay? And have a consistent schedule. Kung sinabi mong mag-synchronous tayo, mag-zoom tayo every Monday at 10 o'clock, Monday 10 o'clock, laging science yan. Para hindi sila mag-aagawan ng laptop. Hindi lang random na, ay gusto ko mag-zoom sa Tuesday kahit di naka-schedule. No, just stick to your schedule. And ano pa maganda, record your online class so that the students can watch at their own convenient time. Di ba? Kahit na hindi nila napanood dahil nag-online selling si nanay, okay, sa gabi, pwede ko pang panoorin kasi ni-record ni ma'am. O kaya merong YouTube channel si ma'am, binigay niya yung link, pwede ko pa rin panoorin. Okay, teachers, these are the strategies that you could use. At ikaw naman, students, discuss with the parents and your siblings about online use. Kung gusto nyo gumawa kayo ng schedule, ito schedule ko, okay, isa lang laptop natin, so Mondays ikaw, Tuesdays ikaw, Wednesdays si Utol, bahala kayo, pag-usapan nyo yan sa pamilya. If there's a conflict, talagang mahirap, sabayan lagi, opt for another modality. So, okay, ako ang panganay, sige, ako na lang ang laptop, o ako ang magpapaubaya, ako na lang magmo-module, dito na lang sa pangalawang anak ang gagamit ng nag-iisang laptop. Okay? Mag-usapan kayo. And then, of course, just like what I said, watch the videos of some of your teachers. Kung walang video si teacher, naku, lahat nasa online na, i-Google nyo, i-YouTube search nyo, you will always find videos that would be very helpful for you.
Ayoko na! Tapos na!
Number 16. This is my advice for both students and teachers who just want to give up. Yes, this is a new normal. We were not used to this and we're just thrown in this situation without us being prepared. So number 1, it's really difficult to adjust to this new normal. It's for everybody. Even your expert teachers, even yung matalino mong classmate, dadaan sa phase na ito. It is difficult. And number 2, it's okay to commit or to have mistakes or flaws. Okay lang, papalpak si ma'am minsan, ikaw minsan, you don't know how to mute to unmute, you don't know how to screen share, you don't know how to send your electronic homework, minsan sinubmit mo, napunta pala yung email doon, ganon, kinount ka ng 0, nako, nakakalito yan. So, allow time for these mistakes and learn from these mistakes. Tulong-tulungan tayo at matututo tayo. And then, because that's the only way that we can improve along the way, slowly but surely. And the important thing is communication. Teachers and students, yan talaga ang key, communication. If you have something you feel, something you want to say it to the other party. But again, say it in a respectful, in a professional way. Walang murahan, walang foul languages. And the priority now, since this is new in the Philippines, Maslow's triangle before Bloom's triangle, meaning the needs, the basic needs, the psychological needs, the safety needs first. Let's prioritize that before the thinking skills and others. Eventually, it will merge as one. But our priority is the safety, the sanity of the students and teachers as well. It goes, both sides. And then remember, we are all on this together. Sama-sama tayo sa hirap at sa ginhawa. Ngayon, konting hirap, pero darating din tayo sa ginhawa. Okay? And lastly, develop a relationship. Remember, you will be working together for 1 school year. Magsasama kayo whether you like it or not. Kaya magsasama kayo for 1 year, kaya your only option is to work together. Even if there are times when you don't like the teacher, you don't like the students, but you still need to work together. Okay? Alright, good luck Pilipinas. Kaya natin ito.